Yes, everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Stephen Howson, and this is 5 number 10s who could solve the creativity problem at Manchester United. That's a long title, isn't it? But that is the title that we are going for, because Manchester United lack creativity. That's why the title is the title. Juan Mata, as much as I love the guy, as much as I think he's got so many brilliant qualities as a person and as a footballer, hasn't got the intensity or the fitness levels to be able to compete in the Premier League every single week. Andreas Pereira might have a brilliant skill set and a lot of great attributes to be a footballer, but his decision-making massively lets him down. And in this position, number 10, decision-making can make all the difference between an absolute world-class player and an absolute donkey. We've also got Jesse Lingard, and creativity is not Jesse Lingard's game. Jesse Lingard's game is about hard work. Jesse Lingard is the modern generation's version of Ji-Sung Park. Ji-Sung Park never would pull you out millions of assists, never pull out loads of goals, but he offered a different kind of option for those bigger games, and that's what I see Jesse Lingard as. None of those players solve the problem that Manchester United have, and that is creating opportunities in the final third for our strikers to feast on. What we want is an absolute gluttony of chances. We want it to see like last weekend where Marcus Rashford should have had 3 and you're all going, God, he should have had 3, but he still scored 1 goal. That's what we want, more of that, although I reckon probably at least finishing one of the others would have been nice as well, Marcus. So then let's look at 5 players that could solve Manchester United's problem. In at number 5 then is James Maddison. No surprises with this one, I don't think. I think a lot of players are expecting this player to be in this list. I might even put him on the thumbnail. James Maddison is the Brexit option. It goes alongside the Harry Maguire signing, the Wan-Bissaka signing, the Dan James signing. He's a British player for the future. Might even be a Manchester United fan. There's a lot of talk that that's the case. He's been spotted at Old Trafford watching games in the past. Created over 100 chances in the Premier League last season, and he's gone on and improved on that a little bit so far this season. Obviously not hit the same numbers just yet, but we're only a third of the way through the season. He's got 4 goals, 2 assists, 2.2 key passes per 90 minutes. James Maddison is creating opportunities, and the reason that Leicester are looking so good at the moment is Jamie Vardy is feasting on the back of what a midfield is creating. Now, it's not just James Maddison, Tielemans is in the mix as well, and they've also got a very good working unit all the way around. Brendan Rodgers has got Leicester playing some fantastic football at the moment. What is the problem with him? Well, he's going to cost upwards of 100 million, and we need somebody in January, I think it's safe to say. And would he want to leave what could be another Leicester team that goes on and absolutely shocks the world again? Now, I don't think they're going to win the league, but nobody thought he was going to win the league last time. They could easily finish inside the Champions League places. In fact, I would say one of the favourites to finish inside the Champions League places. Would he want to swap that for Old Trafford? I guess we will have to find out. In at number 4 then is a name that's been getting thrown around by a lot of fans more than the newspapers at the moment, and that is Kai Havertz. Versatile young German talent, can play on the right and also through the centre. Last season scored 17 goals but only registered 3 assists. From a number 10 you probably want a little bit more creation, but let's look at his stats. He's actually registering 2.4 key passes per 90, which is slightly more than what James Maddison's doing. And yet again, there's another problem with him. He's probably going to cost in excess of about 80 million. He's only got 1 assist so far this season. Is he the answer to what we're looking for? I mean, I don't know. Let me know in the comments. What do you think? Kai Havertz, is he one that we should be considering, or is there better options out there? Number 3, Bruno Fernandez. Manchester United was heavily linked to this guy last summer, but no bid materialised. Manchester United seemingly weren't interested in this guy, and it was all down to the Portuguese press. Now, I'm going to read out this guy's stats because the last few years, this guy has been doing absolute madness. In 2018, 56 games, 16 goals, 20 assists. 2019, 53 games, 32 goals, 18 assists. What? This season so far, 22 games, 8 goals, and 6 assists. This is outrageously good. He's a number 10, he's a number 8, he can play wide. He's quite an all-action kind of guy, and coming from the Portuguese league, you don't always know what you're going to get when they land in the Premier League, but the stats that this guy's putting up are frankly ridiculous. In the league so far, he's having 3.4 shots per game, which probably puts him higher than both Tony Marshall and Marcus Rashford so far this season. 2.2 of those are from outside the box. And he's putting in 3.5 key passes per game. So those assists are coming on the back of numbers that are better than Havertz and better than James Maddison. A bit of an outside shout that we could look at then is probably Isco. Now, I think everyone's thinking the same thing. Oh my God, if you go and speak to Real Madrid, they're going to try and get Pogba out of you, and you might be right. But maybe that ship sailed anyway. Maybe we need to think about the post-Pogba Manchester United. Isco is a very accomplished player. He's still only 27, but vastly experienced. He's not featuring in the Real Madrid team at the moment, who are favouring 2 number 8s with Cruz and Modric. They're playing a 4-3-3 at the moment. Which means that even if Isco was playing, he wouldn't necessarily play as a number 10. But for me, Isco very much is a number 10. He's sort of seen as an 8 in a team that's just vastly more attacking in the Real Madrid setup. His best period probably came from 2016 to 2018, where in 60 appearances in the league, he had 17 goals and 15 assists, which is a pretty decent return on investment there, I think. Isco would absolutely transform what United are doing. He's someone that loves to dribble with the ball. He can spread it out wide. He's got an incisive pass into the final third. And I think because he's not playing, he might be someone that you can get very cheaply. There are bargains to be had when you go to a big club and there's a big player on a big wage that's out of favour. And maybe this is the guy that United should go for. Maybe we should look a little bit closer to home. Number 1, Angel Gomes. Now, maybe this is the answer to all of our prayers right here in the academy. Now, there's clearly something going on about his contract. It runs out at the end of this season, and it doesn't look like he's in any rush to sign up. Now, that might be how Manchester United get him to sign up, is by saying, do you know what? Here's some football. Come and sign up and stay here long term. Angel Gomes, in 70 appearances across all of the underages, which he started getting from the age of 14 at United, has got 32 goals and 23 assists. Nearly a goal or assist in a game right there. That's an elite amount of goals and assists that's coming from someone that's played as deep as number 6, very often as a number 8, and quite often as a number 10, or even out wide as a bit of an inside forward sort of winger. Angel Gomes has got some of the best vision and intelligence that I've ever seen from a footballer. Yes, his physicality might be an issue, but I think in the increasingly non-contact modern game, Angel Gomes is the most fouled player I've ever seen in my life. He just shields the ball very effectively and he gets fouled. Imagine somebody like a Fellaini or a massive lumbering centre-half trying to take the ball off Angel Gomes. They're going to end up fouling him. They're just so much more clumsy than a guy that probably weighs about 8.5 stone at best. This is an asset that Manchester United needs to use. Because he wins free kicks in and around the area, he can also convert free kicks in and around the area. Give this guy an opportunity. I am sure with the runners around him and a little bit more physicality behind him in midfield, if you played Angel Gomes as a number 10 regularly, and this is important, people don't grow until they play regularly, Angel Gomes as a number 10 could be the equivalent of a 40-50 million pound signing if he gets that game time. He is ready, he is capable, he has got all the ability, and maybe the run from now to the end of the season where United, I think we could say, probably not going to win the league. Why not give the guy some opportunities? While we are looking for a number 10 that can do it, let's look a little bit closer to home. And do you know what? It's definitely the sort of transfer fee that the Glazers would be happy with. So give it a go. What have we got to lose? Give the guy a contract that he likes and play him. And if he's worth it, then who knows? Thank you guys for watching. Get your suggestions for some number 10s that United should be looking to sign in the comments below. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Laters.